everybody. Happy Sunday. All right, so got a little bit of some a mess, some olive oil on my table, but it's all good. Got a little frustrated trying to set this up, so please forgive me right now. It is not not business. Okay. So I'm gonna do some sacred medicine messages. Try not to take up too much of your time today. Happy Sunday, by the way. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna tap in. Let me make sure I can hear myself first. Is it Mercury retrograde yet? Hey sis. Happy Sunday. Yeah, so I have some olive oil on my table. I'm so mad because my candle fell. So I'm gonna have to wash my cloth. Yeah, this was not the business today. Yeah, it's a full moon in Capricorn, I believe, this week. All right, so I'm gonna do like some sacred medicine messages. I'm not gonna, like I said, not take up too much of you guys' time. I will have timestamps for each sign. Make sure you check all your placements and signs, okay? Just get a little more depth. Okay, so I'm gonna go in the exact order as always. Aries through Pisces, y'all know how we do. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I'll leave timestamps for you guys to come back and watch the live, okay? And check all placements that are relevant to you. And so like I said, we're gonna start with Aries. Okay. So hold on. I should put in the chat. Yes, thank you, sis. Please like, share, and subscribe if you resonate over here with the vibes. I would greatly appreciate that. You guys show some engagement. You know, us YouTubers or those that, you know, share our gifts on here, we don't have to do this, especially not for free, okay? It costs nothing to show some love, engage, okay? I know some people are shy or whatever reasons they've been hiding. But yeah, it's a little disheartening sometimes when you don't get the support, and I know how that goes. Politics, you know, social media, favoritism, and clout. Whoever has the bigger numbers, bigger channels, and stuff like that, y'all be loud and proud in the comments. But y'all gotta, you know, not take away from our channels, okay? Those that still show up, even though we may not have the big views and all that. Like, it helps the more you engage if you really resonate, you know. So that's just a little courtesy. You know, that's all I'm saying. Show some love. All right, Aries, let's get it. Where are we at? 408. All right, Aries, let's see. What's your theme? Any spiritual tools, anything like that? Let's see. Aries placement people. What's your energy? Aries folks says, what is their spiritual message, spiritual guidance? Their spiritual guidance this week, their spiritual healing energy, modalities, guidance. All right, so you guys have the Son of Baskets, the Daughter of Baskets, and the Mother of Baskets, all cups with the Ace of Knives, which is the Ace of Swords. So Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, and Mother or Queen of Cups, okay? So a lot of healing around the mother, okay? Some of you may be your siblings, okay? There's healing around this. You might be called to do some spiritual cleansing, a spiritual bath, working with some water. Um, some of you might be guided to tea, something with tea or tea leaf reading. Here, mathematics. I'm getting like a memory around like maybe algebra, or the first time you ever learned to add and subtract, or maybe even learn multiplication or something like that. There's energy around that. Could be some healing in that sense. I don't know what this might have anything to do with. It could be someone's sharp tongue, sharp words. If you have a child, there's some sort of reconciliation with your mother through your own child. One of your ancestors could have been very fond of like knives or swords or like hunting knives. If you have an ancestor altar and this resonates as far as like maybe one of your ancestors being a hunter, a huntress, having some sort of knife, they might want one on their altar. Seeing rabbit's foot. I'm seeing chicken claws. This might not be for everyone. It might be like maybe for like one or two people. Like some of these specifics may not be for everyone. Okay. But overall, in general, like your medicine this week is healing something in regards to sibling relationships, your mother relationships. Your mother's energy could be coming in to extend some sort of healing, whether they're on the other side or they're currently here with you in the physical still. There's some sort of energy like bridge between reconciliation, or someone that is a daughter might be trying to reconcile or like bring reconciliation to a mother and son dynamic, okay? Or if you are a mother, your daughter may be trying to reconcile your relationship with your son, if that resonates for some of you. Okay, roses. Okay, so you have the roots card. It says influence and support. Okay, this looks like John root, John the Conqueror root. John the Conqueror root can be helpful to some of you guys that need courage when it comes to like a pursuit of a goal potentially, or something with like a financial situation. Some of you guys might be in school right now. You guys might be studying. So John the Conqueror root, maybe burning some, like burn some on a like a safe space, like a shell. Some of you guys might burn incense. You might burn tobacco in your shell, or like sage, or some sort of smudging. Magical powers, yes. Okay, spell card number 24. So yeah, there's something around like intentions and focus, maybe mental focus. Some of you guys, it could be that you're trying to enhance something in your business. Maybe working with a blue candle might be specific for some of you. Okay. Let's see. Let's get one more oracle card, Aries, and we'll move on to Taurus. Aries, any other messages for Aries? Any other messages for Aries? Sigil for blessing, okay? And then what in the hell at the bottom of the deck? Look at that sword, and it's got red roses. Come on now. Direct power. There's something to the effects of that. An ancestor might come through with a message, but some of you guys, if you're guided to work with some sigils, sigil magic may work. Carving it on a candle maybe for some of you as well. Or printing or writing out a sigil. I see the Jupiter symbol here. Laying it flat like a piece of paper, and then maybe putting a candle on top of it with some sort of safe container for your candle, or you can get like a full 7-day candle or something like that. Lay it on top of that sigil if you're guided. Okay. All right. So that was Aries placements, peoples. I hope this message was helpful or confirming. insightful. Much love to you as always. Always do what you're called to and guided to. Hey, Tawanda, how are you, sis? All right, Taurus people. All right, timestamps 10:18. All right, so for my Taurus placements, folks, this is for your sacred medicine for the week. So what is your theme? Your spiritual modality? Thank you for your divine guidance, truth, and clarity for Tauruses. Two of Pentacles, the Free Man, which is the Fool in this deck, the Eight of Sticks, which is the Eight of Wands. Not that shell just popped up on my my dove, like, hey girl. All right, Seven of Knives at the bottom of the deck, girl. Y'all be careful whose food y'all eat, okay? Just want to say that real quick, okay? Careful whose food you eat. Now, I feel like you might be slipping, like it's some type of energy where you're free to move however you want to move. Spirit is saying choose your decisions, your aim, your focuses wisely. And I feel like you might be 2 steps ahead of some sort of deceptive energy, deceptive behavior. Okay. You might sense that somebody's cooking up something, energetically speaking, maybe not physically like somebody cooking something, but energetically someone's cooking up something energetically or spiritually, and you might catch on to it before or ahead of time. Okay. um Someone might be trying to target you, target your energy. Yeah, somebody might be trying to target you. um I'm hearing the scripture Psalms 23, but the specific part of that Psalms is, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for you are with me, or for thou art with me. That's the part of the scripture I'm hearing. So the free man is walking through a cemetery. Okay. So I kind of feel like you have a connection to the dead, or your connection to the spirit realm, the connection to your ancestors is A1. Like you cannot be touched. Okay. There's something like you cannot be touched. Like though the weapons may be formed against you, they're not going to prosper. Um, Somebody might be trying to work with some graveyard dirt or something, or a death spell. Okay. Something like that. Like just be mindful. Um, hmm. Yeah, there's something about staying 2 steps ahead. Like this isn't for you to fear, because I don't feel like you have anything to fear anyway. But if you're that type of person that's contemplating doing some spell on somebody, like putting something in their food, you know, that old school shit with the women putting they little menstrual substances, some substances, just putting their menstrual cycle up in somebody's food, okay? Or in somebody's coffee, that you trying to do that shit's not going to work. It's actually going to backfire on you. So anything that somebody's trying to do in ill intent, deceptivity is going to backfire. Okay. So that's just a heads up. But I would hope none of my viewers are that type of motherfucker. Like y'all not into that type of stuff. Okay. I would hope not. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you might want to recite some Psalms 23. You have fertility and love. Okay. So there's a lot of abundance and love around you. Like I said, if you keep your focus on high, nothing's going to be able to touch you. Some of your ancestors, if you are the person that works with the ancestors, one of them might want some peaches on their altar, or maybe some peach cobbler. There's something with that. Yeah, maybe specifically somebody like offering you some peach cobbler. Don't eat that shit. Don't eat that shit. Mm-mm. If you don't know that person like that, you already don't trust them or something like that, or you have suspicions about this person, they offer you something with some peaches in it or some peach cobbler, don't eat that shit. I'm telling you right now, don't eat it. If it's at a restaurant or something, you get a bad vibe, do not eat that shit. Because whoever cooked it, their intentions aren't good, or they put something in it intentionally. Like, I don't know. This some crazy happens. Like, this, whoever this person is, weird as fuck. Oh, I cooked you something. No, bitch, I don't want it. A beauty spell. So interesting, you have fertility, love, and then you have beauty. Some of you guys might need to do some mirror work on yourself, speak some love to yourself. Maybe you need to eat your own peaches, pick your own peaches, make your own peach cobbler, make your own peach whatever for yourself. Some sort of healing energy in this when it comes to self-love. You might be somebody that is attractive, and that could be why people seek to trap you or people seek to attack you. Look at yourself, especially if you don't wear makeup. Maybe you guys are guided not to wear as much makeup. Not that there's anything wrong with wearing makeup, of course, but like seeing yourself. Oh, girl. Yeah, that's another take. Don't let random people eat your peach. Don't let people bite the peach, eat the peach. People that don't have no business going down there, touching you down south. Them south peaches, don't let... okay, yeah, thank you, sis, for that revelation. No, don't let anybody as well. Use your discernment out here. You have candle for receptivity. So maybe doing some candle work, working with a white or silver candle, some rosemary. Yeah, maybe some rosemary leaf. And I feel like your tears or something, like maybe dressing it or anointing a candle with your tears, or open your heart, be receptive to receiving love, because some of you guys might need to break the spirit of mistrust. So my message probably didn't help none when it came to that, but I'm just telling you guys to be discerning, okay? And I feel like you've learned your lesson with people that you can't really trust, that don't have your best intentions, but that doesn't mean that there's people out there like knowing that you can't trust. Like, that's not to say that there's no one that truly loves you or could love you. It's not always going to be people out there that's intimidated by your energy or intimidated by your beauty. Like, that's not everywhere you go. It's just to discern the types of people that are on that type of time. So yeah, recite Psalms 23 if you're guided to. Maybe even Isaiah 54. I think it's Isaiah 54:19. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, so on and so forth. Especially if you're burning a candle, a white candle. All right, Taurus, that is your reading. Let's go ahead and move on to Gemini. If you guys like this video, if it was helpful, if it resonated, confirmation, go ahead and like this video. Gemini, let's move on to your sacred medicine for the week. Okay, let's get it. 18 minutes. All right, so let's see what your overall energy is, your theme, your spiritual modalities, or something that is going to assist you with your healing or your spiritual works, your giftings. Let's see what's that. Spiritual heads up, sisters, for Gemini placements. Divine Spirit, what is the message for Gemini? What's the message for Gemini? Four of baskets, which is the Four of Cups, 10 of coins, and 4 of coins. So, and then you have Father Sims at the bottom, which is the Temperance card in this deck. Okay. Some of you guys might feel a little detached from home or detached from family. Some of you guys might be working a lot. Okay. Some of you guys might be trying to feel like you work for your family, like someone, like a faithful person that could be like a faithful husband, faithful father, someone that is about their family and their home, and they work and dedicate. There might be a detachment from a father figure, like specifically a daughter may feel like their father is not around enough or doesn't give enough. But I feel like this father energy is a very hard worker. This person does a lot to protect, does a lot to provide. There will be some sort of like family gathering. I feel like that this discussion might come up. Okay. Because someone is distant and feels like it's a child or a teenager, or if it's not your child, if this is not you, then this could be like a teenager in your family where there's going to be an important conversation that arises, that comes up. Okay. I feel like there's somebody that This is their learned way of showing up for their family. This could be like something generational. Yeah, someone is like very faithful to their family, their home, but they work a lot, but it's because of the love that they have for their family, like making sure that they're good. Someone may feel like they're not getting sales or something for their art. So if you're an artist, you craft something, you might feel like you're not getting any sales or something like that. But someone like Spirit saying like it's not that you're not getting sales, it's because you may not be getting the amount of sales, the quantity or the amount or like what your aim is, but it's not to say that you never will. But it's like Spirit saying if you can't be grateful over the small thing, then how am I gonna bless you with more? You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not for everyone, but it might be for somebody now. Because Spirit's like you're well taken care of, you're a blessed person, you're never without, but it's like you're looking at what you don't have, and it might not just be like the whole sales thing. For some of you, it might just be in generally speaking, you might be disappointed over the things that you don't have. Dogwood blossoms with sacrifice and rebirth. Okay, some of these sacrifices, and I feel like if this the reading resonates as far as like someone providing for the home, but they're hardly there. It's like a belief that all the sacrifices I'm making is going to lead to some sort of blessing. And for some of you, Spirit wants you to know that like you're in the process of change, you're in the process of growth, and you may not see it because it seems like it's slow to blossom, but there's some sort of birthing that's going to happen, especially if you are born, you're a Gemini born in June. Specifically, this message could be for you. Chalice or offering. Some of you guys might need to give more than you take, or it's again like maybe showing gratitude if you do have an ancestor altar or you work with some sort of deity. I'm getting some of you guys may work with water spirits, maybe giving them an offering of water just to thank them. Okay, a lot of your creative insights and ideas come from your ancestors or come from these water spirits that you actively work with. These intuitive nudges, something with the moon or moon goddesses, or you work with a lot of goddess energy. Some of you guys work with fertility goddesses. There's something about paying the gratitude forward. All right, wrong deck. Shuffling around. Let's see. Geminis. What else do y'all need to know? Yeah, there's something about patience with the things that you are planting, the seeds that you're growing right now. Psychic protection. Okay. Some of you guys do need to do a better job with spiritual protection. Sometimes the things like the energy, the moods, and the attitudes you get in are not coming from you. Sometimes it might be like people's energy around you and you pick up on it and you take it on as your own sometimes. So doing some sort of spiritual protection with the sun and the moon. This could be like knowing how to cloak and protect your energy, but also know how to move and stay visible. So there's a balance with that. Okay. All right, Jimmys, that's your reading. I hope that was helpful, insightful, or confirming of some messages maybe that you already knew, some things you already knew. All right, much love to you. We're going to go ahead and move on to Cancer. Okay. Timestamp 2413. Okay. All right, Cancers, let's see what your theme is. Your sacred medicine, healing messages, spiritual messages, anything with spiritual work involved. Oh, my shelves fell off the table. I'm just clumsy Nancy today, girl. All right, thank you, Divine Spirit Cancer. Happy birthday to the Cancers. Okay, you have Bishop C. H. Mason, which is the Hierophant in this deck, Four of Sticks, which is the Four of Wands, Daughter of Sticks, Knight of Wands. Okay, bottom of the deck, 10 of Coins or 10 of Pentacles. All right. All right. So this could be for some of you if you grew up in church, specifically the Church of God in Christ. Um, your spiritual work that you do is kind of like whether you are fully aware of that is incorporated from something in church. Things that are done in church, like spiritual work that's done in the church, you might use that in your magic. Some of you, like your spiritual work. If you're drawn to like old Western movies, or you've always grew up watching Western movies, there's something about your history connected to that. You may know this. What is it that I'm seeing? Or it's a place I'm hearing in my mind, and it's not coming through like out of my mouth. Like, what is it? I almost want to say Arkansas, but it's not. I don't feel like that's it. Mm. I wanted to say Idaho, but I don't feel like that's it either. Is it Illinois, maybe I'm hearing? There might be some connection. Your ancestors, Oklahoma, maybe. Or maybe I'm just meant to name all of that. Because there's a connection to your ancestors. They could have been cowboys, cowgirls. There's something about your roots. If you're dating somebody or you're about to date someone, this person could be into different spiritual practices. One of you might be religious or still go to church, while the other one might be a little bit more free with their spirituality. That is this connection is destined, not necessarily that it has to be destined for you guys to be together, but destined to meet, because there's something that you guys may be meant to learn from each other, as far as like how to, I heard, reconcile the differences. Not convert or shift or change each other, but it's like to open one of you guys' eyes, or both of your eyes. Maybe incorporate or take something from both sides that might be helpful or resonate with you. You have the panther with the strength and power card, and it's number 8. So Leo season could be significant for you as well. You could be a Cancer Leo cusp. I feel like you might be charged in your conviction, or when I say charged, like fired up, motivated to stand in your truth of your beliefs. It doesn't have to be religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs, but like something in your truth, defend and protect it. Yeah, some of you guys might be dating again after a while, because maybe some people are kind of afraid of your energy or feel intimidated by your beliefs or your spiritual gifts. You have spell for silence. Okay, if you feel like people have been talking shit about you, gossiping about you, some of you guys might do some sort of work to shut people up. Whoever's speaking ill will towards you. Pay attention to the candle, like pay attention to how it burns, like the smoke in particular, spirit is saying. So like if the smoke comes out soon as you light it and there's like dark smoke, and I would say only if you don't have it dressed with all kind of ingredients. Like if you're dressing it with stuff, it's a given that it might get smoky or whatever. But if it's like a pure burn, like you haven't put anything in it that would disrupt the burn, and you start to see black smoke and stuff like that, that is a sign that there is gossip going on around you, and it's clearing it out, I feel like. Okay. Cancer. Ooh, what's this? There's 2 cards trying to come out. You have joy spell and confidence spell. Yeah. Some of y'all need to work with some goddesses, if you've been, only if you're called to do this, I would say, especially if they keep propping up in your experience. So like if you keep getting like, for example, like Isis or Aset like keeps coming to you, popping up in your experience, that could be a sign to work with Isis. But you have to build a relationship with these energies. You can't just be like, oh, but just because. Like Sometimes the energy pursues you, you know, if it's always constantly popping up in your experience, or people are mentioning it, or something like that, or another spiritual person is telling you like, hey, I feel that, you know, you need to work with this, you need to do that. That's usually spiritual confirmation. But there's something like for some of you, um, it's like an intimidation energy. Like you're being pushed to stand in your truth, no matter who doesn't like it, whoever has something to say about it. Like, yeah, maybe working with some sort of affirmations or speaking life over yourself, speaking confidence. Like during Leo season, especially if you have Leo in specific placements in your chart that are relevant, you're going to naturally stand in your truth and your power. And it could be convictions around what you believe in. Okay. Not being not being discouraged by lovers that may be intimidated by you, feel like you need to water down and all that. It's like, no, this is going to encourage you to stand in your truth, so that as long as you stand in your truth, you're going to attract a lover that is inspired and not intimidated by your light, by your truth, by your power, by your confidence. Okay, so Cancer, that is your reading. If this resonates, go ahead and like this video. I would greatly appreciate that. So now we're going to move on to the Leos. And Leo, your timestamp is that 31, 31, 32? Hopefully that's right, because I can't really see that good, child. But let's pray. Okay, let us pray. Leo placements. What is your sacred medicine for this week? Okay. Interesting. Like I said, some of y'all that were Cancer Leo cuspers, maybe watch Leo or Cancer. And then you have Aunt Caroline with the Wheel of Fortune energy. So the Hierophant with Bishop C.H. Mason. I love how we have the same initials. Six of Swords, which is the Six of Knives in this deck. Ace of Baskets, which is the Ace of Cups in this deck. So you guys are transitioning out of maybe something, some sort of tradition or belief, right? But Spirit's saying like not to just fully just throw away some things, but to take what is balanced, what is true, what resonates, okay? What is valued or what is meant to be valued for you, like what truly resonates with you at your core. I also get an energy like Spirit saying if you allow yourself to leave what may be stagnant or keeps you kind of in this stuck place, you'll find an overflow or Spirit blessing you with more. So it's like sometimes you are meant to, I mean, there's going to be times where you're called to release and let go anyway of what doesn't serve you, like, or whatever's outdated now. It's time to do that, because when you move away from what is, like I said, outdated or never was meant for you or healthy for you, when you move out of that, Spirit blesses you with more. And I want to speak about Miss Aunt Caroline for a second, because she was a badass healer, a badass medicine woman. Like she was that woman, and she was revered, and she never had to go out and promote herself. Like her work spoke for itself through word of mouth. She worked with different types of people. It's a long story, but I just want to shout her out real quick, like just to say that her gifts spoke for themselves. Like she, she attracted, so what I'm getting with your energy is that you don't have to, how do I explain this? It's almost like um you don't have to overextend or overwork your energy. Yes, but I forgot, like my whole train of thought just left me, like what I was getting at, like what the message was just kind of left. But there's something that's about to shift for you, maybe coming out of a place of performance and just in a place of flow and allowance and alignment. Like you're about to receive a pouring of abundance or blessings. And when I say abundance and blessing, doesn't always have to be on a material level. Okay. Can represent like your peace, something joyful, building of a connection or healthy connections, healthier connection with yourself, divine spirit. I think these are cameramen or something, or recording or photographing her. So some of you guys, this could be that your guys are moving into a place of like great visibility where people may want to work with you. People want to maybe something with film, recording, or maybe you are someone that's in the public. But Spirit's saying like your biggest blessings come when you're just in flow and not overextending or overperforming or performing at all. The hurricane lamp, preparedness and inner light. There's another scripture that's coming to me, and it's one of my favorite scriptures. Basically, the scripture, it's Luke 8:16, and it talks about no one. It's basically no one hides a lamp. Like basically you can't hide your light. Like you try to like contain it, hide it. Like there's only going to be so much time for you to hide yourself. Like those that have light are meant to be seen. Okay? So there is something about visibility here. Okay? And be prepared if you are somebody that has a great calling where you could be from New Orleans, because I'm thinking about Hurricane Katrina for some reason. You could be somebody that Spirit is going to call you into a time where people are going through a lot of shit, whether that's collectively or a space that you're going to be called into where there's a lot of people going through some heavy shit, and you're going to be that light in that space in whatever way that you're called to. People are going to need your gifts, your light. You're not going to be able to hide for long, okay? So Spirit could be preparing you for that, or has been preparing you for that. Sigil for ancestral aid. So you might be called to work with some sigil magic to call on your divine ancestors to walk with you. Some of you guys, this is like bones. X's and crosses may be integrated into your sigil. Spirals. Maybe the infinity symbol might be integrated into your sigil. If you work with sigil magic, or you might want to study that, use that at your discretion. Be wise about that. Could be receiving messages or guidance from your ancestors. Could be something to meditate with when you want to connect with them, your highest vibrational ancestors. Beauty. Glamour work or mirror work, not for like beauty in a vain sense, but more so this feels like to me, this feels more so like an energy of you being comfortable being seen. So it's not that maybe you're not confident or that you don't think you're attractive, but it could be more so like you don't want certain people's eyes on you, which I completely understand that. But those of you that are called to something, you are meant to be seen. It may not be like public platforms, things like that, but just lots of people being connected to you or feeling pulled toward you, or people that you're destined to work with or assist or help. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so Leo, that was your reading. I hope that resonated or was helpful, insightful, clarifying for the Leos out there. Like this video, I would greatly appreciate that. Share it with somebody you feel like it might resonate or bless. Don't gatekeep. Okay, don't gatekeep. We don't gatekeep over here. We share. We share. All right, Virgos, you're up next. 3908. Okay, y'all timestamp. Okay. All right, Leo or Virgo. My bad. Y'all might be Virgo, Leo, cuz. What's up, Virgo? Let's get into your message. Let's get into Virgo's message. Virgo's groove. What's up with you? How are y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Virgo, how y'all feeling? All right. Two of baskets. Two of cups. Ooh, I love this card. Nine of sticks is nine of wands in this deck. John Horse is the emperor in this deck. Bottom of the deck, you got Miss Ida, which is the high priestess, that young gifted prophetesses. Okay. So I had to check on my food order real quick because I got to cook and I'm missing some of my ingredients. I had to order some food, order some groceries because I'm missing some things. So yeah, I'm gonna cook soon as I get off of here because it's already 2:00. So let's get into your reading, Virgo. So what you got here, what you have going on here is I feel like a divine union energy. I'm getting a few different messages. I almost want to pull the whole spread before I get into it. Give me a second here. I feel like there's a man and a woman of great purpose, great calling. The man is giving leader vibes. I don't know why this man looks like a young version of Malcolm X to me in the Two of Cups, Two of Baskets. So woman, the energy or feminine, masculine, feminine, doesn't have to be genders, but the energies, masculine energy has this great purpose, a leader. Okay. John Horse was a African American, also indigenous man of great power, great influence as well. Okay. Got this little seashell up in here, homecoming and afterlife. So some of you guys might have a connection to somebody. If you're not with each other yet, when you guys meet this person, you guys, it's a past life relationship for some of you. If you believe in that, I do feel like some sort of past life connection with someone that you knew from years and years and years and years and years ago, like some centuries ago, like in a past life. And when y'all link up, it's going to be, I feel like I don't see much challenges. I don't see much challenges, and I definitely don't see a lot of I don't see challenges, and I don't see like a lot of blockages in this connection. It seems like you guys just gravitate towards each other naturally. It feels like this card says a homecoming, a coming together emotionally, like you guys just flow into order, into balance. The feminine energy, I feel like, is somebody that is balanced in the sense of they're spiritually protected, but they also protect themselves in the physical. There's someone that is a very wise, someone that's 10 steps ahead. There could be a feminine energy that has had the gift since they were a child, deeply intuitive, deeply prophetic gifts. Also, there could be a child that you guys are going to give birth to, a female child that you guys are going to give birth to, or maybe called to adopt or something that is heavily spiritually gifted, very wise, has prophetic abilities and gifts. What else? There's this balance here of like I protect in the spirit, but they protect me in the physical type of vibe or energy, creativity. Some of you guys need to channel your voice more, your words, your speaking voice. Some of you, you're singing. You are a messenger, a singer. I know Twitter it's not Twitter anymore, and it changed its logo from that bluebird to an X. But that could still speak about Twitter. Some of you guys may need to use your voice more on Twitter, or X, I should say, or just like social media platforms. Like your voice needs to be heard. Could be how you and your person meet, but I'm almost hesitant to say that. What is unfolding? So spirit is like saying like you might need to lay off on trying to get answers, get questions, so much digging. Keep praying and keep asking for things that you've already set the intention for, because I feel like something's already manifesting, something's already unfolding. And some of you guys, maybe you're not asking spirit for clarity, you're not asking for direction, where spirit is here to give you the clarity and kind of give you spiritual heads up. Maybe not give you the full picture all at once, but give you enough to guide you in what you need. 211 might be significant, or scripture 2 and 11 might be significant, and see like what scriptures pop up and what might give you some clarity. Let me check something real quick. Okay, just making sure I'm not missing any notifications. All right, so that was your reading, Virgo. I hope that was helpful and insightful and maybe confirmation. through the reading, something that you already been picking up on, feeling, you know. All right. Okay. Libra, 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 Libra. Libra, the book, 4513. That's your timestamp. Okay, Libra, the book, the library. What's your message? What does Spirit want you to know? Libra placements. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for Libra, their sacred medicine this week? What is their reading? What's their message? Libras. I'm hearing that song from Ace Base, The Sign. So maybe that's significant. All right, you guys have the Son of Baskets, which is the Page of Cups, Seven of Baskets, which is the Seven of Cups, Three of Coins, which is the Three of Pentacles, and Six of Baskets, with the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. All right, a lot of cleansing around like inner child. Some of you guys are needing to make peace with something in your inner child, your childhood. There could be fond memories of something. Some of you guys might go to a spiritual practitioner or pay a practitioner to do some sort of cleansing work on you. Maybe even like an egg cleanse. Yeah, to check your energy. And for some of you guys are going to take a spiritual bath. I do see lavender in this water, in this bathtub. So some of you guys are going to take a spiritual bath with some lavender maybe, or you need to. You might even have like a regression session where you go back in time and you see your inner child, or you see your childhood self, and it's going to take you to some sort of important moment that maybe you forgot about, a peaceful time or some sort of loving energy that you experienced or remember in your youth. Definitely could be connected to another child, like you remember some sort of sacred exchange, something beautiful with another kid in your neighborhood, or a kid that you were friends with, connected with, something with church, maybe for some of you, like a fond memory. There's something that you're going to remember, and I feel like it brings back some sort of reconciliation or peace, because there's something maybe heavy that you were holding on to, but you find peace. So yeah, it could be that this is what you pay for, like you go to someone. Prophecies and communication with the mockingbird. Yeah, there's a message for you. There's a message, some sort of spiritualist, somebody that's a spiritual worker or does spiritual regressions or something like that, or past life regressions, or maybe some inner child work. Remembering, maybe a child does this for you, like a child reminds you of softer times, like it heals something in your inner child or another adult. There's something through the inner child reminding you of peaceful times, reminding you to center yourself. Magical powers, friendship at the bottom of the deck. I felt guided to look at that. So you are spiritually gifted as well. That could be what comes out of this reading. Something that you forgot as a child that was magical, or something that was activated, that you reconcile or you come back to. Maybe that you left behind, or you thought was, I don't know, maybe you were scared of a certain gift or something. Or some of you guys might have the gift of dreams, prophetic dreams. You might have forgotten this about this gift, or you've forgotten something that you were shown as a child, and it's some sort of blessed energy. Moon cycle. It might happen during a particular moon cycle. We do have a full moon in Capricorn, so it could be something like that, or like in an upcoming moon cycle where something, or it might go through a phase. Like you might go through this phase where certain things come in, and then it kind of takes time for the rest of it to fully come into place. And then at a certain point, it's going to all come together and make sense. Okay. A purpose and reason. It's all going to come together. It's all going to align. For some reason, I feel like during the later months within the year, like when it starts getting cold, maybe November and December, some of this energy might click and start coming together. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that. Libras, I hope that was helpful and insightful. Maybe confirms something that you already knew, felt. Okay. Yeah. Who we got next? Scorpio? Yes. Scorpio, you're up next. Okay, let me see. We are at 5011. This thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wash my thing. Scorpio. Scorpio. Placements. What's your sacred medicine for this time? You have courting, which is the Lovers card in this deck. John Horse, which is the Emperor in this deck. And the Eight of Knives with the Eight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Baskets with the 10 of Cups. Hey, Sam. How are you? Happy Sunday. Okay, so Scorpio, what's your sacred medicine message? I feel like your divine team, specifically maybe like your ancestors, want you to be very wise of who you choose to marry, who you choose to date. You have a bloodline, like the men in your family are very sovereign in their power, in their leadership capabilities. Okay. They came from some very rough paths, upbringings, and I feel like it kind of pushed them to be strong. It Some of them might have been like war veterans. Some of them could have been cowboys, like literally. Like I saw that in somebody's reading. I don't remember which Zodiac sign it was, but that I picked up on that as well. So they're very adamant. If you're somebody that follows the path of like your, in alignment with what's for your highest good, your divine destiny, your ancestors, like you care about your bloodline and things like that. You choose not based off of race, culture, and stuff like that, but you choose based off of the heart. This person's, the space that they hold for you, the respect that they have for your ancestors, your bloodline, your destiny, your path, your gifts. That's what you're choosing based off of, and they want you to be wise in that. So you might be at a crossroads. You might have somebody that you're considering, or maybe considering getting married to, or someone that has asked you to marry them, or someone that you might see as a potential future spouse or something like that. And Spirit saying to choose wisely. And I feel like your ancestors you have some ancestors that they have some nasty energy. Like they might still be stuck in like some generational patterns that you're trying to break free of. And then you have ancestors that are sovereign, that you want to make sure that their ancestors and your ancestors are on board with your union, because some people, the reason why some relationships don't work beyond just the fact that y'all got married before y'all really knew each other, or y'all the chemistry wore off, sometimes it's spiritual, why y'all don't get along and why your relationship is not working. And sometimes it's not outside interference from other people that don't want to see y'all together and all of that. Sometimes it's really spiritual, and y'all energies or y'all paths, your destinies just don't align, or your ancestors are not on the same accord with something. It's not going to enhance or enrich the bloodline in a healthy way. And for some of you guys, you do need to be careful of some of these ancestors, because some of them don't have your best interests at heart. Okay, they still stuck in like low vibrational energies. They are not the high vibrational ones. Hold on one second. You have the Crow, dash hopes and mourning. Yeah, they're giving you a prophetic heads up and warning, moving forward. Even if you don't have somebody in mind or anyone that you're dating, like they want you to be mindful of this, because you're meant to be in a happy union. It's like choosing the right partner is also like considering their family as well, like y'all being blended. Is it going to be everybody is going to be harmonious, everybody's going to like each other? No, but it's not going to be like a family feud where your families just don't fucking get along. Like it's not meant to be a tragic story, romantic drama like Romeo and Juliet, where the families are beefing and they don't get along. Like, that's a toxic love story. There's nothing beautiful or cute about that shit at all. It's very tragic. So yeah, I feel like they want you to be mindful. Okay, we're not taking anything in reverse. So you have the spell card with grace. So the grace energy, like, it could be doing some work around or just a prayer from the heart. Being honest, being transparent about what it is that you want. And asking your spirit God, your spiritual team, to have patience with you, have compassion, because some of you guys might be trying to make the wise decision in love with somebody that you're presently connected to, and you want them to have patience with you. Like, I don't know what's best sometimes for me. I care about this person, but if it's not for me, walk me through this. How should I do this? And it's 2:22 p.m. It's 2:22 p.m. here. So that's confirmation that you want to be mindful of who you yoke your energy with. Okay. It's making me think of Genesis 2:22. That scripture, if you want to go ahead and read that real quick, that's what it's making me think of. So this is about divine union and marriage. And you have spell for silence. Okay. So spell for silence could be quieting out any other voices that are not divinely meant to assist you or help you, including maybe your own voice or influence that may be clouding your judgment, okay, from your truth. So if you want to light a candle, ask spirit, your divine team, to give you grace, give you clarity, give you discernment. I'll say this prayer with y'all real quick because I have a discernment prayer. Before I do, let me go check on my groceries, y'all. I'm gonna place y'all on a brief silence. Okay, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Thank y'all for being patient. Um, Yeah, I wish I could pause it, but I can't. But because we live. So, because we're live, we can't pause it. I think only if you close like the window out or something. That's the only way. But yeah, so that, let me read this to you guys. I almost forgot. Before I forget, for those of you that like want to ask for discernment, when, especially when it comes to like love, this might help a little bit. Let me find it. Where'd I put it? Okay. I'm gonna recite this. So anybody that's seeking discernment when it comes to love, love partnership, someone you're dating, someone you're interested in, someone that you might perceive as the one, or maybe like if you should proceed or whatever, this might help you. So it's not just for Scorpio, it could be for anyone that's watching. So divine creator, God or ancestors, universe, whatever, walk with me, or those who, divine creator, my ancestors who walk with me, guardians of my path. I ask for your light to illuminate what I need to see. Remove from my heart the fog of fantasy, fear, and projection. Let me discern the truth in this person's spirit, their intentions, and our path. Strengthen my intuition so that I may feel what is real. Align me only with what nourishes my soul and honors my lineage. Let clarity be my companion and wisdom be my guide. I receive your truth with gratitude. Amen. Ashe, or so it is, so mote it be, whatever you want to close it out with. You can also say this, like, beloved ancestors, God, source, guides, whatever, my bloodline, divine spirit, I humbly ask for signs clear and true about whether this person is the partner aligned with my highest good. Let me not be misled by illusion or longing. Let your signs be unmistakable. Show me what is for my protection and growth. I trust your guidance and I receive your wisdom. Thank you for your protection. Let my heart and eyes be open. And so it is. Amen. Ashe, whatever. However you want to say it. So yeah. If you want to use that, there you go. But other than that, Scorpio, that's really it. I'm sorry to keep y'all waiting and holding, Scorpio, but I appreciate your time and your patience with me. I hope this reading was helpful and resonates. Go ahead and like this video if it genuinely did resonate. Share it with someone you feel like it might also help and resonate. Don't gatekeep. And if you're not a subscriber, but you do vibe over here, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. All right, Sagittarius, y'all up next, okay? Y'all got next. Y'all got next. Okay. Let's get the timestamps for the Sagittarius. So it's 62:40 minutes. Okay. All right, Sag, let's see what your energy is, your sacred medicine. What's the theme of your energy, your sacred medicine, your healing messages, spiritual messages, guidance? This bracelet be driving me crazy. Thank you, Spirit, for your divine guidance, truth, and clarity. And stop. Four of Pentacles is giving Sammy from Sinners. Temperance with Father Sims. 10 of Coins, which is the 10 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Son of Baskets, which is the Page of Cups. All right, so, all right. Well, I feel like Saggies right now, for you, I get that you've been working really hard on something. Your energy is very occupied with, it feels like it's steady progress. I feel like you're trying to figure out how to juggle and prioritize some of these things. Some of you guys might be Capricorn cusps as well, so this might resonate with you as well. And here's your card. I didn't even think about that. The Temperance is actually Sagittarius. Some of you guys are focused on your family. You have mouths to feed. I don't remember what zodiac sign this energy came up in, but it was kind of a similar message. If you don't have a family, or could just be like parents that you're taking care of, or family members that you're taking care of, or you contributed to the bigger, greater whole of your family. Some of you guys is like you have a child or a son that you protect or you watch over. Some of you, this could even be your own inner child that you protect, or you're learning to protect them at all costs. And this is a work in progress. You've been kind of diligently sticking to this work. Let's see. What do they need to know? Prophecies and communication. Who had this card? I don't remember what sign had this, but this came out. I think it was Libra. But you had this, or they had this card as well. So maybe there's something with Libra energy that you might have in your chart or resonates with you. But you guys have a voice, and I feel like you're trying to pace yourself. It's like you might have things that you want to say to your family. You might have messages for your family that you're trying to wait for the right moment to share these prophecies, these visions, these truths. For some of you, it's like your divine team is rooting for you. It's something that you've kept since you were a child, or some sort of truth, or some sort of gift. This does sound like Libra's energy a little bit. They're reading new beginnings. Some of you guys have Libra placements that are relevant and important, that might kind of give you extra peek into like what your energy like. Girl, I can't even today. I don't know. I feel like cloudy a little bit. Like I don't know. I do know, but all right. Anyway, let's keep going. So you have the new beginnings card. If you've been seeing bumblebees a lot, or like yellow insects a lot around you, that is your divine team maybe speaking to you about these. It's like a heads up, some sort of new beginnings or blessings that await you. Your voice is going to be needed. Your voice is going to be needed in a sense of like your family first. Like your family may need to, what came to be. Yeah. You see how like there's some sort of cords coming from her eyes and her lips, and at the root of it is like these roots underneath her. It has eyes, 3 eyes. So this could speak about like your visions, your gift, the truth of what you see, the truth of what you see, like speaking what you're seeing. So it might start with your family. You might prophesy over your family, or to a family member or family members, and then it's like that is your kind of like your, not stepping stone, but your first, oh my god, how to explain this, like your first walk. And maybe as a child you did this as a child, and that was like gearing you up and preparing you like for when you're actually going to be out on the forefront to speak and express something greater, something bigger that you're going to say or express. Like it started with your family first. So I can only imagine, like, if you were a little kid coming up to your family and saying things that they needed to know or hear at the time, and maybe it came to pass later down the line, or you warned your family about something and it saved a family member's life or something, or it changed the course of something in a positive way. Like this energy feels powerful. It started at your youth, or you have a child that you protect and that you watch over because you see a prophetic ability or gift in them or something, or like you feel the need to protect their voice, their truth, or to back it, to support it. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, Saggies. That's interesting. Let me know if that resonated, if that made any sense whatsoever. But yeah, much love to you guys. I appreciate you. Go ahead and like this video if it genuinely resonates. Share it with someone you feel like it may resonate with as well, or just the reading the live itself. And subscribe if you're new here and you resonate with the vibe. I would greatly appreciate that. Much love. All right. Caps, you're up next. Capricorns, you got next. You got mail. All right. Capricorn. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, oh, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, I love all you. All right. That's all. All right. Capricorn, let's get it. All right, Capricorns, what's y'all sacred medicine? What y'all need to know? What do y'all need to know? Six of Knives, which is Six of Swords. Son of Sticks, which is the Page of Wands. Nine of Baskets, which is the Nine of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Baskets, which is the Eight of Cups, which y'all walking away from. Yeah, y'all leaving for the sake of something. You might have been in a vulnerable spot, or you're leaving something that was very familiar to you in your youth, maybe, or when you might have felt like you were naive about something. You might have been surrounded by danger, surrounded by negative energy, negative people, deceptivity. And I feel like you knew that it was time to move. Some of you guys, literally, this is you moving away from an environment that was toxic, or leaving or moving altogether. Some of you guys need to be by the water. Live by the water. Some of you guys might have tried to live in an environment maybe where there was more like greenery, more fields or something like that, where you're actually, maybe you're from the ocean or the water, or this is where you need to be. Because I see you leaving like an environment altogether, or relocating, literally leaving. Because there's so much blessings that await. I feel like Spirit wants you to realize this, that you have many blessings here for you. Some of these things could be offerings as well. What Spirit is offering to you, or what your ancestors are offering to you, and or what you're offering to your ancestors, like on an altar. Some of these items, you have some dollar bills. You got what looks to be like a hat that's decorated, or maybe it's a cake. I don't know what that is. A seashell, looks like a passport, some wine. This is like some blunts or something. I don't know what that is, rolled up. A gator head. Might be some pastries here in this one, and then looks like some sunflowers in one basket. So these things could represent many different blessings. Okay, let's see. Some of you guys like might be walking away from some family members too. Like, I'm done with y'all. Like, yeah. Sacrifice and rebirth with the dogwood blossoms. So yeah, this is like, you might have to sacrifice something familiar, like leaving, like make that sacrifice to leave things that are familiar to you, those that are familiar, but maybe it's not for you, you know, or you found that it's not of your highest good. And this is your rebirth on the other side of everything, on the other side of this. I'm not using that in reverse. You have the direct power card with the sword. So your voice, your truth. And I also noticed that this little boy is holding up a stick, but it kind of looks like a scythe. It's like you're cutting down some sort of illusion. You're tired of trying to blend in or fit into something that you already know is a toxic environment or situation. And this is your liberation, okay? Or you are emancipating yourself. I'm getting something like King Arthur, or the sword and the stone, and a mixture of Beauty and the Beast. So I'm trying to figure out where Spirit's going with both of those stories. People might count you out a lot, you know. Some people might think that you're naive. Some people might mistake, like, yeah, because I just get toxic environment. Like, if you're not doing everything like everybody else, then it's like they label you as like you're green, you don't know what's up, you know what's going on, like you're easy to manipulate, easily to get over on or use. And it could be that you're more of an observant person more than you speak on things. Um, and I also feel like you felt like your heart was turning bitter towards people. And that could have been also the motivation to get yourself away, or what is encouraging you to get yourself away from these toxic environments. So you also have the grace card, the spell card for grace. So this could be to help soften your heart space, your heart chakra, to have compassion and grace for others while still honoring your truth and still protecting your energy. Walking with healthy boundaries. This could be, forgiveness, forgiving people, having the ability to understand them, but still know when to remove your energy. Maybe having to love people from afar, kind of accepting that, okay, some things just don't work out. Some people, you can't, even if that means it's family or friends that you grew up with or whatever. It's like, I have to lovingly walk away, but still, I can still love you. I can still wish you the best, but it's like, there's some sort of distance that's needed, that's for the best. So Capricorn, this is what I'm getting for you. I hope that this message reaches you well at the divine right time that you may need it. Okay. So sending much love to you as always. Take care, be blessed, be safe. All right. I don't know why this dumbass phone is not charging, but I'm gonna need it to charge now. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Sometimes it takes that to charge it. Just takes a little bit of some breath work to get the shit going again. Oh, chargers. All right, so let's get it. Aquarius placements. I almost put aqua or aquarium. I said aqua. Oh, all right. Aquariums, you're up next. I'm just 7743. Okay. All right, Aquariums, you're up. Okay. Let's see. What is the sacred medicine this week for Aquarius placements? All right. So, Father of Knives, which is the King of Swords in this deck. Three of Sticks, which is the Three of Wands. Gullah Jack, which is the Hangman in this deck. All right. Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's something about survival energy, or you're coming out of survival. You might have, like, if you read or you're a diviner, you might not read with cards. Some of you guys read with like shells, bones, trinkets, charms. So some of you guys might have collected, like, I have, I don't know if I feel guided to share that. But yeah, I do have like some items that I collected that I do use for divination. So you guys might have some items that you guys are gathering or that you have gathered that you use. Some of you guys might go to someone that is a bone reader, or someone that reads with charms and symbols. They may not use cards. That might not be their thing. They may not use like tarot, oracle, nor playing cards. They use these charms. You're going to be guided to Some of you guys, you might take a trip to Africa. Some of you guys, you might visit someone's grave, someone that passed on. Or it's a land where your ancestors passed, or it's something that you're gonna be. So the Gullah Geechee peoples, you might be guided. Your peoples might be in some of these areas. Maybe Virginia or something. Virginia, Carolinas, like I know the Gullah Geechee people settled in some of these areas. My sis, she did say Oklahoma in the chat. That could be a place, like something with your ancestors. They don't have to be the Gullah Geechee tribe. But it's something with like your ancestors, and there is some sort of honoring them, their graves. And I don't even want to say this shit because I don't even think YouTube is going to allow me to say it. But some of your ancestors that were lynched, and oh my God, my stomach hurts. Yeah, they might have had painful deaths. They're from Charleston. Yeah. Okay. There's something to that degree. Now, I don't believe that there's a lot of history of lynching from the tribe specifically, but there's something about lynching and like your ancestors having the proper burials or the proper um, going home ceremonies or something that maybe you have the gift to assist them on the other side. Okay. Luck and chance. One of these charms, it could be something about a horseshoe that comes out. So luck and chance comes out. Look up the story of Gullah Jack, because that might resonate with this horseshoe as well, if you're led to. This could be a charm that comes out in your reading. To represent an ancestor of yours. What will become? What will become? Your ancestors, I also feel like you might cry. You might cry if you go to these burial sites or these places, the land where they were, or it might be a site that you just feel like, I got to stop here. For some reason, I have to stop right here. Could be like you pull on the side of the road or something and you walk towards somewhere and you just sit there and you weep. And it could be that that's where your ancestors lived, or where maybe they were lynched, or it's something there with that. Maybe where they experienced trauma. And if you have a dog, the dog might take you there. If you have a dog, they might take you to a certain spot and you might cry. And this is not that you might be mourning, you might be grieving for them, but it's also like because some of them didn't even get to live a full life. I'm getting. So you might go in crying, and maybe it's a little bit of anger, and it's like because you feel like they had so much to be, so much to become. But Spirit is saying like it comes through you. Beauty spell, mirror work. You need to speak into yourself more in the mirror and speak into the person that you're becoming. And I feel like for your ancestor sake, this doesn't feel like revenge. It doesn't feel like a get back or some sort of dark demonic anger energy. It more so feels like honoring them the proper way through your walk, through your path, through your purpose. Yeah, that's heavy. Yeah, that's what's up. All right, so that's your reading. Let's go ahead and move on to the next, but last but not least, sign Pisces. So I hope that resonated. Go ahead and like this video, share it with someone that you feel like it may resonate with. Or if you're not a subscriber yet, but you vibe, don't be shy. Subscribe, child. Okay, share it with somebody. Don't gatekeep now. Okay. All right, Pisces. What's your timestamp? It is 84:43. Okay. Wait, I said that wrong. Did I say 80? Ain't no 80. Wait, yeah, 84 and okay, 55 minutes. Okay, or seconds. Am I typing this timestamp right? Like, I know I'm not tripping. Maybe I am a little bit. I don't know. Pisces, this is going to be your sacred medicine for the week. Okay. All right. Fishy poos, how y'all doing? Pisces placements. Let's get it. Yeah, I wrote it in hours, but I want to make sure that 84 is 24 minutes. So an hour 24. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for your divine wisdom and guidance throughout this entire message and reading. Our ancestors who lovingly guide us, our divine guardians, thank you that walk with us in love and in truth and in light and empowerment. We thank you. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, let's see. Pisces, what's up with y'all? What y'all doing? How y'all swimming? 5 of sticks, 5 of wands with the 8 of sticks, which is the 8 of wands, 7 of coins, which is 7 of pentacles, daughter of coins, which is the daughter of pentacles. Now, I feel like there's something with favoritism. So you could be someone that's favored or well liked in your family. You give back, or people feel like you're graceful, you're loving, you're kind, and all of that. And there's some people that might be talking shit behind your back. And I feel like you peep it, and it's because of the inner. It's something that you've accumulated something, you built something for yourself, or you are building something for yourself, and people see it and they don't like it. But I also feel like there's somebody that's jealous that people might be actually gossiping about them. So like if it's somebody that's jealous of you, there's other people talking about them, like, oh, this person, what's wrong with them? Oh, they're such a hater. Like, because there's somebody that pays attention to you. They might make comments, they might say things like, oh, why does she or he get to and there's people that's like aware of their jealousy, and I feel like they talk about it or they talk shit about it, this person. Yeah, because I wanted to say that at first, because gossip behind your back didn't sit right. I didn't feel that. More so felt like people talking about somebody that is jealous of you, or that's a hater of yours or something, like, because people peep it. They see it. So yeah, it's like they're too focused on you, what you got going on, what you doing. And I feel like you're building something for yourself. You're a hard worker. Yeah, diversity and polarity. And you have the possum. So you might want to look up the spiritual meaning of possums. But this person, I feel like, snoops around. They watch everything that you do. But the thing is that I feel like this person is jealous of things that you worked for, you genuinely worked hard for. Like they're jealous, but it's almost like why are you gonna be jealous of something? Like you could do it too. Or, I worked for this. Like this didn't just come out of nowhere. There's some hateration from a person, and like I said, there's people that peep it. They're seeing it. They know that something's off with them, this person, in their hateration. And it's because you're different too. Like they like it, but at the same time they might make fun of you, or they try to pick on you, but that's a form of jealousy. That's a form of them projecting onto you. Like if this person's like, oh, you're so weird, you do this, you do that, oh my god. But in actuality, they actually admire that part of you, or are jealous that they're not. It's like they might do things that they feel like pleases others, like people pleasing, or kind of the status quo type of being or living in some kind of way that's comfortable, when your energy kind of flows and goes and where you want it to, or where it resonates with you, And I feel like this causes a big sense of jealousy in this particular person. And the fact that people might like it, like, you being you is enough. Yeah. While you're doing you and you're being your authentic self, that triggers them because they have to fake or perform or do things that they feel like is safe. Um, and they may not get anything from doing that, but you being the opposite. So they might try to discourage you and say, "Oh, you're so weird. Oh, I wouldn't do that," to kind of get you to shift out of being your authentic self because a part of them knows that it works for you. They see that it works for you and they're jealous. Um, So I do get a need to protect you. Like, I don't feel like you're not protected, but it doesn't hurt to keep your protection up, or not let this type of energy, get at you or affect you. Because it really can't. It might be their words, it could be their thoughts towards you. That's more of like that they send out, but it's not landing anywhere. Pisces. Okay, spell for abundance. Yeah, Spirit don't even want you to even focus on this motherfucker, whoever this person is. Like, they're not even worth the energy. Spell for abundance. So you have blessings that is coming your way, So it may not be that you need to do anything to attract it, but more so be prepared and receptive. And a spell for courage. And you also have prosperity at the bottom. Look at this shit. Wait, I want y'all to see something real quick. So you have the spell for abundance, and then at the top of the deck you have prosperity in this deck. At the top of this deck you have the spell for trust, and at the bottom of this one you have the spell for trust in this deck. So I don't feel like that's a mistake. So what I'm getting from this is that you have some blessings coming your way, and Spirit is saying, because this person might be a hidden enemy that you don't even know, that doesn't like you like that, or nothing personal towards you, but more so just jealous of like your energy, you know, um, how you do things, um, courage, because I feel like you're a giving person. And if you're not aware of who this person is, I kind of get the vibe that you would bless them in some kind of way, or you would let them be a part of something. Because some of you, this is a family member. Like, you would bless this person, and this is not someone that you should bless. This is not somebody that you should bring into your sit at your table, because Spirit's like, you don't know this person really, like you don't really see them for who they are. So maybe you might want to ask for Spirit to give you discernment of who to bless, who to have around you, who to trust with your blessings. Spirit might give it to you in a dream, like something is going to be revealed, some sort of funny business, funny energy being revealed to you in a dream. um and that could be the holdup with certain things that you're working towards, because you have the wrong people around you, and they might try to ride the coattail. It's like, oh girl, you know, all whatever, all expenses on me. Let's take a trip. Let's do this. Oh, I'm gonna take you shopping. I'm gonna do this for you. And this is not someone you should bless, because it's somebody that's bad mouthing you behind your back. Somebody that doesn't even deserve that, to be on a trip, on a vacation, getting their nails and hair done, like going on a shopping spree. Like, this bitch or person, whoever, does not deserve that. Like, this person doesn't like you, so it's like they getting the perks, and they gonna be sitting there going, "You stupid bitch! Like, you really like invited me? Like, no, you don't need whoever this person is." I pray the divine spirit reveals who this person is to you. I pray they do, so they can get all the way out of your space, so that your blessings can come. Um, yeah, because you don't want this type of energy around you. This is like a karmic person, somebody that is a nasty energy. They're not doing their own work. They don't love themselves. They're not doing, like, it's like, oh, well, why them? And why not me? Because you're not doing anything to earn it. So why you? Why should you? You know? Um, so again, like, they do not deserve to get the perks and the expenses of your energy. And some of these people are very dangerous. Like, the more blessed you are, the more jealous and envious they'll get. And you do not want that type of energy around you. It is very dangerous to have that type of person. So always pray the spirit reveals your hidden enemies, because you don't need that type of person around. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Pisces, I hope that was helpful, insightful, clarifying, maybe confirming. You know, yeah. So I'm going to leave this at that. Yeah, some people do not deserve to have a seat at your table, for real. Okay, so we're not going to let them, right? I hope not. All right, so that was a reading. Go ahead and like this video, y'all, if it genuinely resonated, if it was helpful, insightful for you, or you feel like it may resonate with someone. Go ahead and share it with them as well. Don't gatekeep. Subscribe if you guys are loving the vibe, y'all resonate with the vibe over here. I would greatly appreciate that as well. And as always, much love. Now off to do what I got to do. Yeah, thank you for your time, you guys. I hope you appreciated my time. Okay, don't forget to show some love. Be blessed, be safe out there, and until the next one, peace.